Hey everybody, welcome. Today we are going to be talking about how much I earn as a tarot reader. Now, I have been reading tarot professionally as well as astrology for about 6 years now, and I started out charging maybe $5 per reading and have since graduated to up to 100 for a reading. So, yeah, let's get into it and find out what is possible for you. And I'll tell you guys a little bit of my backstory as well. So, while I have been doing tarot readings for the past 6 years, there was periods in which I was not actually doing my tarot readings because I would be in corporate jobs or 9 to 5 jobs in order to supplement my income. That had a lot to do with my own mindset, and stepping into the role of tarot reader was something that, coming from a religious background, wasn't exactly easy for me in my own head. So while my growth has not been linear, I am definitely a living, breathing proof that you can charge for tarot readings and that you can find clients. So if that's where you are in your business and you're wanting to start offering your readings, or maybe you've already started offering your readings, but you're trying to think of new ways, I'm going to share everything from the past 6 years that I have learned from the beginning to the end, the ups and the downs, and hopefully take you guys on a little journey of what it means to be a tarot reader professionally. All right, so journey back with me to 2015, maybe it was 2016. It's been a while now. And fix my hat. When I started on Etsy, which is actually not a platform that I generally recommend that people start on because it's a bit of a learning curve. And when you're just starting out, you can sell to people directly. I used Etsy at the time because for myself, my mindset wasn't really, who would even buy a tarot reading? I really didn't even believe it. When I started my Etsy shop, that's why it was a good thing for me at the time, because it gave me some real evidence that people would want to buy my readings, which is something that 6 years ago I did not actually believe. I was just like, who would do that? Now, of course, I've served hundreds of clients and I myself buy tarot readings all the time. So I know why people would do that now, but in the past I didn't. So I started out on Etsy, and I think my first tarot reading must have cost like $5. It wasn't much, and it was like a 1 card reading, and I really put it at the very lowest price and the lowest point of entry because I just didn't know who would buy it, and so I wanted to test it out. And in I've been on Etsy since then, and Etsy has come and gone in my business. I don't use it anymore because it requires a lot of energy. In order to be present on their platform, you have to really post a lot of listings, and that just doesn't vibe with me anymore. So I do technically still have an Etsy shop open, but I don't really get readings from there, and I don't put any energy into it. So it's there because it houses a lot of things for me, like reviews. And if I ever want to go back and get that content, it's there, but I don't actively add anything to that. So that's Etsy. It's an option for people who are just wanting to try it out for the first time. And you can get a little bit of traction that way. The thing that I would watch out for is the race to the bottom. You want to value your time. So you don't want to put like an hour-long reading for just $1 because that debases your own energy and also lowers the market value for tarot readings. So keep an eye out. There's a lot of possibility there if that's something you want to pursue, but it depends on where you are. For me, it's not the place to be anymore. The second place that I have sold my tarot readings to varying degrees of success is Facebook, the good old Facebook. And specifically inside Facebook groups that allow promotion. There are several groups that I am part of. I can link them below if you guys are interested. Just comment and let me know and I'll send you the links. that allow for self-promotion. One caveat is that you don't want to just jump in and start promoting your services. You want to get to know the community, share things about yourself, introduce yourself. These are the Facebook groups that honestly are like the best ones that I have found on the internet, because it's not just a drop and go place. You actually build connections with the people that you are reading for. And in the end, that allows you to charge higher prices. So those are individual readings, and I post in those Facebook groups several times a week, and I usually get a couple of readings from there. And I have charged anywhere from $10 to $25 to $50 and even up to $100 plus for those readings, because I'm very specific with what the reading offers. And so people find value in it and they purchase from those Facebook groups. And it's one of the ways in which I attract clients. Number 3 is Insight Timer. Insight Timer is an app that's specifically for meditation, but it's an app where you can upload your tarot readings and earn some passive income from them. So if you like to do one card readings or collective readings or pick a card readings, you can record them on an audio device, such as this one here. Or you have to have a certain audio quality in order to publish on that website, but it's not too hard to manage. And you do have to apply to be on the website, but it's also not too hard to manage. And during my heyday, I was making $2,000 per month from that website. Of course, they changed their approach to paying creators, which happened just over a year ago. And so that was a huge blow for me emotionally, and part of the reason that I ended up going back into a corporate job. But it does now bring me a couple $100 or euros every month. And I have a big library of tarot readings on there. And then when I do live videos, sometimes for them, then I get paying customers. And also, if you upload courses and you're chatting with people, sometimes they'll ask you for information and you can point them to your profile. The actual app itself and the website is not for self-promotion. It is a library of content, and so they will pay you per month to have your content on there, and if it does well, you get more whatever, and you can start earning right away. It's just that you have to apply to get on the platform, which takes a couple of weeks. But that's a couple hundred consistent dollars that I get from that website as well. And it's a bit of sort of passive income as a tarot reader. So that's really cool. Number 4, I think we're on number 4, yeah, is Medium, medium.com. And Medium is a writing website. So I write collective pick-a-card readings on there. And I also make somewhere in the couple $100 range per month. Now, I just sort of started getting back into it last month, and last month I made $180. This month I am slated to get about the same amount for November, I would imagine. I'm not exactly sure because, things can take off suddenly, and yeah, but I would say probably within the $100 to $200 range from Medium from November 2025, whether you're watching this in the future. Maybe it'll be more, who knows? So those are the 4 basic spaces that I get tarot readings. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones. I'm starting to messing with Reddit to see if there's any possibility to find clients there. And I'm also going to be starting my own membership. And I'm really excited about that one. A lot of people are talking about Substack, but I'm not convinced, just because with Insight Timer, I'm still sort of reeling from the experience of having put in so much effort and so much time, and just to be sort of kicked off. I wasn't kicked off the platform, but it was yeah. And they were really nice about it, of course. They know that people were relying on that income. And so they actually paid out 3 months, whatever income you had been earning, they paid it out for 3 more months. And then they switched their plan for distributing revenue So they were really cool about it, but it was like a huge blow to me emotionally. I don't know where I was going with that. I forgot completely. But yeah, that's the point. I'm trying out new things. Oh, yeah, that's right. People are talking about a Substack. I'm not, I just don't love the idea of having my content so intrinsically set on somebody else's website. So I have my own website and I'm building my own tarot membership because apart from the passive income that I get on Insight Timer or on Medium, I would like to have some of my own, like that I own, passive income. And so I just launched a membership there. If you guys are free to check that out. And it has a lot to do with spiritual business and not so much to do with just doing tarot readings, although I do tarot readings for the people in the membership, but it's more a space of growing your business and making content and sales as a spiritual service provider. So it doesn't only have to be tarot even. So you guys feel free to check that out. I'll put the link in the description below or you can comment and I can send you some information about it if you're interested. So yeah, let me know in the comments, how do you get clients? What is your preferred method? And what's your favorite dessert? Because why do we always have to talk about sales and business? I want to know what your favorite dessert is. And I'll tell you mine is tiramisu. Ooh, I hadn't even really thought about it. Okay, I know, like pear with like chocolate. I don't know the name of the dish, but it's like when they cook a pear and then they put like, oh my God, so good. Have you guys ever tried that? With like melted chocolate on it? That's my favorite dessert. I changed my mind. I'm gonna have to figure out what it's called. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope this sweater gave you some holly jolly vibes and that you were able to get some good information. If you have any questions at all, please comment. I'd be happy to help. Okay, bye.